What's your red flag for a guy?
A men's rights activist.
Hold on. I gotta call my boy Andrew Tate. Hold on a second. In what? You're literally scraping food onto a plate while you're talking to me about.
Hecklers are always a nuisance for any live performer, but Matt Rife has always been able to make it seem like a smooth transition into his own sketch. Over here, a female audience member tries to disrupt the flow of his show, but Matt does not let it bother him at all. Instead, he gets into a conversation with the woman and even mocks her for coming to the show alone.
Who are you here with?
Myself.
By yourself? No. You couldn't even get somebody to come with you. That's wild.
The audience has a good laugh when he also uses innuendos to savagely humiliate the woman without even seeming aggressive.
Enjoying myself.
You're enjoying yourself? Have you ever tried it quietly? What scares you? God damn, that was so rude and accurate.
Over here, we would not say that the crowd member was trying to heckle at Matt, but they did disrupt the show, so he still had to make sure he did not lose the flow he had going. Basically, someone brings up the topic of AIDS, and everyone loses their mind for some reason. Sensing an opportunity, Matt manages to direct his jokes towards the same topic, and even roasts one of the audience members over it. It was a great way to come back from what could have easily spoiled his performance, but Matt knows better than to let anyone get in his way.
Do you know somebody who has AIDS? Sounds like she can speak for herself.
In this situation, a heckler from the back tried to get some attention.
Shut up. That's exactly why I'm not talking to nobody in the back. You're thirsty.
But Matt was not going to let her have it the way she wanted. Instead, he decided to have a conversation with her about the college she went to.
Are you in school still? From where? Yeah, I'm out. Fuck that.
And the moment he found out it was ASU, he decided to go to town on the heckler's choice of partners, or rather the lack of restraint regarding them. Comparing certain body parts to a beer pong cup also helped the audience get into the roast.
ASU, absolutely. Your pussy tastes like jungle juice. There ain't no way I would ever date somebody from ASU.
And once again, Matt Rife owned yet another disruptor.
Let's talk to somebody who spent Valentine's Day alone. Let's see.
This time, Matt gets to roast a heckler named Amelia, who didn't seem to like Virgo men. This gave him the chance to make an example out of her by calling her annoying.
You're Aquarius? Yeah. Oh, I thought you were annoying. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought, that's my bad.
And even wishing she would disappear like Amelia Earhart.
What's your name? Amelia. Man, I wish you would disappear like Earhart. I really do. I really wish.
Of course, this was all in good jest, as even Amelia seemed to enjoy the way she got owned by Matt. She even said she was thirsty for Matt at the end of the roast. Sometimes Matt likes to involve the crowd to also roast the heckler, which is something he does here. A woman and her phone seem to be annoying him.
The fuck was that?
So he decided to have the crowd join in on the fun. He got them to hand over her phone to him.
Shut up. No, throw it.
And even though he couldn't figure where the woman was,
who was supposed to be there? She's from up there? Ew!
He did manage to make a comment about her because she was using an Android.
You know what? You know what makes the most sense? This bitch has an Android! Ew! Crushed. Oh my God. Dog, can I help you? Jesus Christ.
Heckling doesn't always happen from the other end of the stage, as can be seen here when a man jumps over the stage and tries to seemingly grab Matt. He did manage to stay calm in the moment, and then his security did the rest, which allowed him to then joke about it.
I mean, my security's on one, dog. Holy shit.
He asked whether the man was a previous heckler from Australia.
Is that the guy from Australia? You guys didn't do anything.
Thanked the guard who got to the attacker in time, and also roasted the guard who allowed him to jump up in the first place.
I could have been stabbed. He did make it to the middle. You fired for sure. For sure fired, dog.
This was not a heckler, but he did fall asleep during the show, so of course, Matt had to do something about it.
Miguel. Miguel.
This sleepy audience member's name is Miguel, and Matt decided to have some fun with him regarding his ability to sleep so deeply.
You've been in a coma for 8 years.
This also included jokes about there being a fire and Trump being on his 4th term.
Trump is on his 4th term, and we need you back in the office.
But the general vibe was all good from both ends.
There's a fight?
Over here, Matt may not have been the target of any animosity, but he decided to insert himself into it anyway, because it is his show after all. There was a fight that broke out between some people in the upper section, and Matt could see something was wrong. The moment he found out it was a fight, he quickly and funnily took out his phone to record it, diffusing the situation in the process.
Are they fighting on the balcony? What's happening over there? Jump, 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 jump.
It's always nice to joke around with hecklers because it does not leave a sour taste in the mouth. After Matt got done making fun of a Korean woman and her older boyfriend.
Happy birthday. How old are you turning? Guess. Guess? You're Asian. You could be 12 or 800. I don't know.
Someone from the crowd asked him not to dye his hair blonde because it made him look gay.
Hey, Matt!
What?
Don't dye your hair blonde again!
Don't tell me what to do.
You look fucking gay!
What'd you say to me, bitch?
Of course, Matt was not going to just stand there and take the insult, so he turned it around by comparing a certain body part of this lady's to a funnel cake. Naturally, the crowd went ballistic.
Man, I bet your looks like funnel cake. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's natural to find a few virtue signalers in the crowd, and in this case, Matt had to deal with a woman who called herself a men's rights activist.
What's your red flag for a guy?
A men's rights activist.
A men's rights activist. Oh, bitch, you should not have said that.
Although she was more of a man basher, of course, Matt was not going to let this fly, so he kept going at her again and again.
Hold on, I gotta call my boy Andrew Tate. Hold on a second.
The heckler did not give up, but it was always a losing cause for her, because the crowd only sided with Matt the whole time.
Like, this is not a good look.
I'm not an attorney, but it feels like you've lost this case. Jesus.
This was a short and sweet violation, although some may consider it to be a sensitive topic. Matt Rife sure doesn't, because when he got heckled by a disabled woman in his crowd, he made sure to immediately point out that she was in a wheelchair.
Oh, first of all, am I getting heckled by a bitch in a wheelchair right now?
He then followed it up with a joke about her disability, which got the whole crowd going. Matt really spares no one.
This ain't gonna be no walk in the park.
Drunk people can be a menace anywhere, and Matt Rife's shows are no exception. In this situation, a drunk heckler kept interrupting Matt. And when he tried to shut her up, she said that at least she has a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend?
This was all Matt needed to violate her on a whole other level, and even the crowd was taken aback by how savage he could be.
Oh man, no dude wants to fuck you. I guess you have to. Did I win?
This was not much of a heckler, but he was somewhat drunk, so it does count as interfering with the show.
Are you drunk now?
This cowboy kept standing up to talk to Matt, which was weird enough for him, but then he also revealed that he was 65 years old.
I'm 65, she's 40.
You're 65?
This shocked everyone, including Matt, and he figured he and his buddy had to have a field day with this unintended heckler. It was all good though, and there were no hard feelings.
The last time somebody was up here like this talking to him, he was in prison. He'd be like,
I think he said he bought her, dude. Wow.
It's hard to call this one a heckler, because it actually turned into a very wholesome moment, but even so,
Recovering meth addict? You have such a nice smile.
this recovering addict did disrupt the flow of the show to get Matt to sign her t-shirt. Of course, Matt did give her a hug and all of that, but he also made sure to crack some jokes on her, just to make sure he had his fair fill from having to improvise.
There's a dry erase marker. Don't smell it, all right?
Either way, it was a nice act, and everyone was happy about it. It can get very distracting for a live performer when he sees the audience getting distracted. That's what happens to Matt here.
Who are you texting right now?
When he sees one of his fans checking her fun in the middle of his sketch. Naturally, he called her out.
You scheduling some What are you doing? What's the move?
And started to ask questions about what she's looking at. She did get embarrassed.
Who was it? Who's more important than me right now? I want to know who's number one in your life right now. Who is it?
But Matt spared no mercy at all because he wanted to make sure his audience members were in the present.
You want to be real? Be present.
Like, share, and subscribe if you liked this clip, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Okay then, see you soon.